Welcome back guys. So the most players in first C are using the wrong sword, and that's exactly why your damage feels weak. In this video I'll show you every sword in C1, including which ones are actually worth your money, which swords you should grind bosses for, and which ones are a complete waste. Okay, so let's start with our very first sword we can get from the starter island. So this is Katana, which is very cheap sword with fast speed but very low damage. So you should replace it as soon as possible. This is a 1000 common sword. Now the next is Cutlass. It is also a 1000 common sword and its range is slightly better. So don't rely on it for long. Okay, so it's time for us to go to the next island, the Pirate Village. So when you get to the pirate village, we need to find our weapon dealer. So here is the weapon dealer, you can see. And now we can get the dual katana from here, which is a common sword for $12,000. It is a good early game sword with decent combos, solid for beginners. The next is Iron Mace, which is uncommon and $25,000. It has slow but heavy hits with knockback, so better for PvP than grinding. Okay, so the next island is Frozen Island. Here you should find this weapon dealer, which is behind the hut, and here you can find the triple katana, which is uncommon sword with $60,000. It is best budget sword in C1, strong damage, good combos, and totally worth it. The next is Pipe, which is rare and cost 100,000. It is a balanced sword for mid game, decent but nothing special. Okay, so let's go to our next sword. This is actually hidden, so you cannot find the weapon dealer anywhere here, but what you need to do, you need to find it here. So beside this red grass you can enter this wall, and here you can find this shop. So here from this hidden sword dealer you can buy Soul Cane. It has fast attack with stun, so amazing for combos, and it is very underrated. You should try it. So the next island is Skyland. Okay, so here in the shop, Master Sword Dealer, we can buy Dual Headed Blade and Bisento. So Dual Headed Blade is actually a very good damage sword, and it has a very good combos. So it's a solid mid game option. The next is Bisento. It is a legendary sword, cost whooping $1 million. It has very high damage and long range, slow but extremely powerful. If you are a sword main, this is one of the best swords you can buy in C1. This is all the swords that you can buy in C1. Other swords you cannot buy. So remaining swords needs luck. So you need to grind bosses to get these swords. So this is the pole, which is a legendary sword. It's the first form, and it is dropped from the Thunder God at Skyland. It has a lightning attacks with stun. Look insane and great for PvP, but not best for the grinding. Here's a quick tip for you guys. If you are confused, use Soul Cane for grinding and Pole for PvP. So let's go our next island, which is Underwater Island. Okay, so here let's go to the boss now. So the boss here is a Fishman Lord. Let's see. Okay, I think it's not here.
One eternity later.
So boss hasn't spawned, and you can get the Trident, which is a rare sword. The drop chance is only 5%. Okay, so you didn't get it. Actually, it's a very good sword for group attacks. It has a very wide range of AoE attacks. So super underrated and perfect for farming groups. So the next is here we got in the prison. We are looking for Warden Chief actually. Where is the Warden Chief? Okay, so this is the Warden. So using the Warden, we can get this Warden sword, which is a rare and drop chance is only 10%. But this sword is pretty average damage and speed, so honestly not worth grinding for. So the last sword is in the middle town, which we get from the saw, and it is a Shark Saw, which is uncommon, and the drop chance is 10%. Basically it has very fast attack and great early damage, so it is a huge upgrade for the beginners. Now that you know about all the swords in C1, this is the final verdict. The best early game sword, that is a Shark Saw. Best mid game grinding, that is Trident. Best sword which can be bought in C1, Bisento. Best for PvP and combos, we nominate Pole. Best budget option, we have triple katana, and the worst choice you can make, that is a Warden sword. Now you exactly know which sword you should use in C1. Also, there's one more secret sword called Saber first form. but it requires a full quest. If you want a full guide on that, comment Saber right now and tell me which sword are you using in C1. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, keep grinding.